me, Dream Team's alright.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Roy, I coach Destroy. This is Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
Calvin.
Coach Calvin is not in the green vest.
You are not in the green vest, Snow. What is up? A couple of weeks ago, Mr. High and Mighty couldn't be touched.
Couldn't be touched.
I was. Now, most people are going to have some good and bad weeks in the bye rounds.
Yep.
I've had two bad ones.
Oh.
And, no, I'll be good this week,
Well,
though.
do you
I'll
know
be good
what?
this week because I think Calvin's a hot favourite.
Well, my rule
cop
was
the
one
best
one bad bye round, two good ones. So you've gone two bad ones.
Yeah, it's dropped me outside the top 1,000, and we might as well flash that up.
You could win the
Kick it up.
week.
There you go. So, 1842. So I thought, like I said last week, I thought scores over 1,800 is basically what would be par and be about that. But the last 2 weeks have been pretty big, really, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
It hasn't been unusual to score 2,000, which some people have been dreaming of all year. All right, so
Cool.
However, Roy, you were the top scorer out of the three of us.
Yeah, I went all right. Probably back-to-back weeks, I think, top score for me. 1927. You haven't got me song.
Nah, you know though.
That was a podcast special. Make sure you do tune into our podcast.
So 1927, reasonably happy with that. Like everybody, some hard luck stories, some embarrassing stories like Staker and Need. But anyway, it's the last week of bye rounds, and I'm really pumped to get through this one. Calvin, how'd you go?
I had 4 guys who scored under 50.
Oh, I shouldn't have.
And I still held on. And I was actually, I think, about 3 kicks behind you.
Oh, really?
So take the crown off your head.
I owned you.
Got me. But yeah, this week, as you said, 2 good weeks, 1 bad week. Guess what's coming up for me?
A shocker.
No, the bad week.
Oh, right.
It's a bad week.
So, are you hot favourite for the greenie?
Oh, look, I'd be paying $1.70.
You're unlikely to be fielding 18 at the moment, aren't
I
you?
will be trying my best to field 18, but we're about to talk about that when we look into the team.
Yeah, all right. So as we see, the Warn Dogs got the green vest, and as usual, we get a couple of little lookalikes.
I love these lookalike stuff.
All right, here comes the first one. So Brandon sent this one in the Teletubbies, the green one.
Hey, you're the purple one.
At least it's not the purple
Oh, no, you're
one.
not. The green one, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Green Lantern, but the green vest there.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
nice.
That's
Yep,
good.
that'll do.
Right,
Okay.
now this one, I don't mind this one. Old Blanca. That's all it is, isn't it? From the
Blanca.
bloody
Old
Street
school,
Fighter.
yeah,
And
that's
it works
cool.
pretty well with the boys going off to Rio because he's from Brazil.
Oh, massive respect with that.
Now, we did have a couple of good ones here, and this one is an absolute ripper from our mate Rumble.
Oh, I did like this. Rumble's is good at what he does.
And he's good at his movie ones, so analyse this team. So, yes, Calvin there. Geez, you got a good head on you, Calvin. So look
Where do they find these photos?
Look at you, you smug thing, sitting back there.
And then Warnie talked up some outside of the box trade ideas to Calvin. Analyse his team. Now he's talking him down from the roof. So, fantastic. All right, and then the last one that we've got here does come in. It's not a green vest one, but it is another great lookalike. Now that's Roy. It's all about you.
I don't like this one.
No Country for Old Men. Looking at your boys that you've got in your team.
It was rubbing it in.
They obviously saw us play basketball last
Yeah, they must have.
Couple of cards there with Luke Ball and Matthew Boyd.
Where do people find those photos of our faces?
I send it to them.
I didn't know I didn't know I had so many expressions.
Absolutely brilliant. So
My old
they
boys.
are good ones. They'll be up on the website too, so you can check them out.
Hey,
in the
can you
post.
remember I started this season with my youth policy?
Yeah.
And it didn't work
And
for me,
you
so
got the
I
old
reverted
man.
back to
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah. Speaking of Workwear Hub, Calvin.
Oh, mate. Look, last week we had that comp where you had to hashtag heat up at DT Talking at Workwear Hub to win one of these bad boys. Now, remember this.
Oh, do I remember?
Maybe you're getting cold.
I used it all
Maybe
day
you're getting
today.
cold,
Used it
Roy.
every day for
Push
last
the
week.
button, heat up your chest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hands getting cold, bugger that. Heat up your pockets, put your hands in the pockets.
It's amazing.
Getting too hot, double tap, just cool them down a bit.
If you
Great
don't-
little
If you
jacket.
don't have one, you're stupid.
If you don't have one,
You're stupid.
If you don't have one, you can
Stupid.
jump onto workwearhub.com.au and get yourself one. They are absolutely sensational.
but we've got a winner.
We do have a winner, Calvin.
Now look,
Ready?
This is
Rumble.
what it,
This is the biggest competition we've had this year.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's massive.
there were some very good entries too.
Roy, there
hundreds
were
of
some
good entries.
fantastic entries.
I know, and congratulations, and sorry if you miss out.
Yeah, but this one targeted our shit humour.
Yeah, that's a
So
key.
he sort of
That
got
is
a bit
key.
of a, they said, so he said, clearly the player that needs to hashtag heat up is Cox. Nothing big when the Cox has gone cold. Boom, boom, ching! That is a winner for me.
That wins you a jacket. Will be in touch soon, and we'll get Workwear Hub.
Well,
on
his
the
name,
case.
his name, we need his name. His name is it Kyle?
Yep.
Robery.
You're the one telling the story, mate.
I'm just going off the tweet here.
Oh, yeah,
I'll tell you
of course
what,
it is.
though.
And well done. It's bloody goal.
He's a good-looking bloke, and I tell you, he looks pretty tough.
He does look very tough. And he's
He
gonna
probably
be,
doesn't need a jacket. He's that tough.
He'll be tough and overheated now.
Jeez, no, well done, mate. That is a ripping tweet. And
It
of
is.
course,
Good job.
You've got yourself one of these bad boys, and you'll be able to heat up anytime you're getting cold, bro.
Beautiful. All right, just quickly before we go into the teams, last week the winner of the Golden Stubby was Brendan Goddard, legend. Everyone's got him.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like the fact that he was winning it
Wow.
for the week because everyone's got him, but he was good.
Is that a criteria, dog?
Well, you vote how you
The thing is-
see fit.
You have a voice, people.
Yeah.
Use it. And you did.
Yeah.
And
Vote
BJ
how you
got
like.
it.
So, good work, mate.
Oh, he was good too. On a week of need.
Yeah.
You need your big guns to
he's
step
the sort
up
of
on a
guy,
week
and
of
also Swanee and Ablett, they're the guys that got our scores up so
Yes.
got your scores up so big. So
Jake,
yeah.
dude.
Kicking off Friday night footy with the Hawks and Eagles. Should be a great game.
Should be.
Lots of relevant DT players that are going to either get us off to a decent start to this last terrific weekend or have us absolutely struggling. No big changes for the Hawks DT-wise with Savage in, Smith out, but the Eagles is where it's at. Warn Dog, your boy's back.
Yeah,
Well done
doggy!
for holding Bosa.
Woo!
Bo Waters is back.
He may come back in very shortly.
Is that-
I
I
saw
know.
he's a bloody bargain. Yeah, he came. He was in. He was in for about 5 weeks and
How many
played
ti-
one game.
Yep.
And
Bloody hell.
Yeah, but get on
So,
him.
is he on
Durable.
your never again list?
Never say never.
Oh,
hello. Lacra's back, so it'd be interesting to see. He did his
Yeah.
job for people. Be interesting to see if people held there or not. And Kennedy is in, which is we really needed that this week. So Kennedy's
For sure.
been named. Selwood's out, but the shit one. Don't worry.
Adam.
Shit
Oh,
Selwood's
Adam.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one who likes to tag and screw
Yes,
up all
yes,
that.
yeah. So Selwood's out. Nothing to worry about. The power. Pit Dog's back. Pitbull.
Pitbull.
Pitard's back. If anyone's
Pitbull.
still got Pitbull hanging around back
He
there.
might be super pitard for me.
Really?
Maybe still
Just lingering
lingering
there
in my
defence.
super
Staying.
team.
So he's back in. Boak and Hitchcock. Now, the only reason I name Hitchcock is he had slight relevance. He played well that first one.
Yes.
A few people got him in early to cover a 0.
Yes.
But he was horrendous and then hurt himself. So, turns out to
See
be
ya.
a pretty bad pick. He's out. Swans. Big tip.
He's back.
The
Coming in and going over to Amy.
Yeah.
Isn't that huge for his
It's
first
amazing.
game back?
It
Or
is.
First game for the Swans.
Now, Tippett, you definitely have to wait and see how he's going to be travelling.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go silly and get him in.
No.
But it is interesting. Old Lamb's back in as well. Mumford. So, this is pretty good for Tippett. Mumford's out.
Yeah.
So, he'll
Yeah.
be forward and ruck. He'll probably rack up half decent
He should
score.
be pretty good.
And Jack's out. Another,
Everyone's bringing in
Don't
Hugh
worry,
Jack
the
this
little
week.
baby Jack.
His
Oh,
brother.
not the real Jack.
No, baby Jack's out.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I tried to trick you there with Selwood and Jackie. But
Jesus,
Hilarious.
hashtag adjust Calvin's Calvin's.
Oh, what? That wasn't funny?
No, it wasn't fun. It was stressful, Troy.
Oh, sorry.
I've got St Kilda and Melbourne. Now, for Melbourne, Evans is out.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of guys may be having him on the pint, wanting him to play this week. He is OUT. Obviously,
time
a
of need
great,
type player as well. And
a
Dick
great
wasn't there
time
for
to
it.
be trading him to someone better.
Footy tips Evan, I call
For
him.
sure. What did you do, Devon? Of course. What a
Damn
great year. For St Kilda, nothing relevant.
Yep.
Can't have Stephen Milne as captain. He's
Oh,
out.
And I'm not going to win money on him for
No,
first game
no,
this week.
no.
he
He's
may
out.
never kick
He's
another
out.
goal in his life.
He will never play another game for St
So
Kilda.
don't bet on him anymore.
Never heard it.
No jokes.
All right. No,
No,
I
no.
did. And you notice I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
well done.
And it's,
See?
you shouldn't.
It's a sensitive issue. You can't be touching it.
No.
Bulldogs and Richmond. Richmond? What's he laughing for?
I don't know.
I
Move
know
on.
why he's laughing.
Move on.
Because there's no changes for Richmond. But I know why he's snickering.
Why?
Well, that's in.
Oh! Finally!
That's what I was doing for you, Calvin.
I know, I know.
I knew this week you
Yep.
had bugger all
Yep,
players.
yep.
You've had 18 in the last 2 weeks.
Yes?
And so I'm trying to help
You've
you this
saved
week.
him.
Yep. I said, I knew he'll be back round 13.
You saved him from having 16, 15. Now he's got
You
16.
could have bought in that bloody Jack.
Could
Who got dropped?
Thanks to you, I didn't.
Exactly.
Well
You are
done.
a DT genius.
You know what?
Looking after
that
it.
144 from Mitchell that you could have got, that's so in the past now. You wouldn't even
Well, that's what I was
remember.
going to ask you. What do you think Horvat's going to score this week? Because bloody hell, he's got a lot of work to do, dog.
He's a chance. No, he's a chance for a
What, for
vest, obviously.
144?
He's a chance for a vest, so he might link to 44. No, but I heard a little whisper
Oh, yes.
that old G is probably going to cop the vest again. So
Wow.
I think they're pretty keen on managing him a fair bit with
Right.
the vest this year to get him through the season in what will probably be his last season.
Now-
So, yeah.
I'm going to run a little competition with you guys here.
And I'm interested to
We'll
be involved in
pretend
it.
Mitchell's not going to rack up another ton, which he will this week. How many weeks is it going to
Oh,
take
you
Horvat
bastard. I know you
to catch that 144 from Mitchell?
4.
Oh, ouch. I'll give him 3.
I'll go 3. 3.
Out.
Okay.
Other news, Kobe Sanders is out if you're hanging in with him there. But Lockie Hunter is a bit of fresh meat.
Bit of fresh meat.
Bit of fresh
midfielder.
meat. 102k mid.
Ooh.
So maybe in a few
Interesting.
weeks,
Save you a couple of
Interesting.
$1,000
So,
instead of the 108.
maybe in a couple of weeks'
Yeah.
time.
Get him instead of Mitchell.
Oh, no.
See what he does?
Oh, he's bad.
See what he's doing to my
He
team?
saves you
man.
$6,000, mate.
Done.
Could be it.
Done. Horvat to Hunter in a few weeks is a move that I'm going to encourage. Dog, you got the last
Should
couple
do
of
it
games.
this
Last
week
couple of
before
games.
he drops in price, Calvin.
These are the Sunday games, so extended benches for Fremantle. No one really there to worry about. Old Sheridan has been named again for them. He's a $108,000 midfielder. Still, not making money yet. So,
Right.
yeah. Barlow's on the ball. Good one. We'll talk about him later, I reckon.
reckon.
And with Mundy, who is in some form at the minute too. Old
Mundy, isn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
So he's at North Melbourne. Brad McKenzie's a $108,000 midfielder. He's on the
Alright.
extended bench. Sirikowski is omitted. So
I love Sirikowski.
every week I think we talk about it. Is
We
he
do.
probably the most mentioned player on DT Talk Live? Quite possibly.
Probably also for the wrong reasons, Dog.
Yeah.
Well, there was
In
a
and
week
out.
I thought he wasn't going to get a mention, but then he turned out to be a late inclusion, so we had to
I
mention
wonder
him
if
the
he's,
next week
I
for
wonder
getting
if
dropped
he's even
again.
had a bloody price change yet. That's a good
Yeah, I don't
question. I don't know. Anyway, last game of the round will probably be one that a lot of people will be hanging on the final teams for. Brisbane and Geelong up at the Gabba. All right, so Brisbane, Maloney and Big JB are back in.
Right, yeah.
Doherty's on the extended bench. Some people might be relying on him there in the back
Yeah,
line.
maybe.
But for Geelong, this is the big one. The Blicker, he's back. He's in, so that's handy.
Yep.
Because a lot of people might have been...
So he's not on the extended bench then?
No, he's named on half-forward flank, so...
He's running hot at the moment.
He
is,
is.
Roy.
So let's
Dead
hope that he
right.
can have another good game. Because some people are, well, my current team, if it looks like it does next week, he's actually my second ruck.
Oh,
Like,
over
he's-
Nichols.
Oh, well, those two are fighting
Yeah.
out for ruck too, because
Yeah.
I don't have that premium now with what I do with my trade. So
Yeah.
there might be a few other people like that as well. On the bench, you've got Thurlow. He is sitting on an extended
Oh, don't
bench,
tell me
and
that.
that's a little
Don't
bit
tell me that.
Can
worrying,
we
I
call
reckon.
him and ask him if he's got to play?
Yeah, but we won't tell anyone because I want to get a leg up on some
Yeah,
people this
yeah,
week.
good call, dog.
DT talks all about that, dog.
All right.
We share.
All right, so
Share because we care.
he's on
We
that
do
extended
care.
bench though with Stokesy. My boy Stokesy.
Oh, that's nothing.
No,
right
you know
about.
what?
Stoker will be all right.
Yeah.
Best.
That could be his rest.
Best.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
right.
panic. He's
But
right.
more things to worry about would be Jimmy Bartell, who has gone over to the bloody States. He's gone over
Yeah.
to watch a bit of NBA
Bit of
playoff
Millsy action, yeah.
And
What a
he-
game, though.
Oh,
That was ridiculous.
Did he see that one?
no, he was back before.
Oh, he'd be
He
kicking
would have seen
himself,
that
wouldn't
game,
he?
2 or 3, I reckon. What it would have been.
Jeez.
Anyway, so Bart is in. He's named on the ball. So
Well, that just sends a
surely
message,
they're
doesn't it?
surely not going to.
It sends a
Like,
message
be
to
a
the
late
media.
withdrawal.
You guys are
He was
dickheads. Done.
50-50 apparently. That's what Scott said. So it's not
Well, the-
just the media. It is.
The game's up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if they're
If
not
he-
going to jet lag him more. He's been spent 24 hours on a plane.
I'll fly
Yeah.
him straight in to Brisbane.
But he's been training all week.
Good, then I'll fly him back up.
So do they want him to fly up there?
Look,
that
Dog,
would actually
I'll tell
be
you
a good
what.
one to know.
Well,
Is
that's
he going to
what
be at the airport?
Well, that's
If
what I'm
someone
saying.
goes
That's
to
what I'm
Melbourne
saying.
Airport, it would be probably tomorrow.
That's what I'm
If they
saying.
play on Sunday.
They're not
or
going to
they
fly him. He's not going to spend more time in the air if he's not going to play.
Yeah,
Is
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So
So
at
if
the
he
end
does
of the
fly-
day, Scott needs to be seen sending a message to the kids. If you want to go away to America over your break, that's great.
Yep.
But when you come back, you're only a 50% chance of getting in.
Really?
You know? Yep, that's the message he's trying to send. Bart comes back. I know you, Bartel. You only got a
Gotta
50%
earn your
chance,
spot
mate.
in.
You know, you got to come back and look like you got to train well. It's a front, Roy.
Yeah, it is.
You got to be seen to doing the right
Yeah,
thing.
good point. So Bart's in. Put a C on him.
All right. What are we talking about?
I wouldn't be doing that.
Putting C's.
Time to shine, right? I'll tell you what. If I've been a nervous pirate,
You should be.
bloody hell.
What all you know is
Tough week.
control, copy, control, paste, control, copy. What do you get? What have you done all week?
Oh, mate, what haven't I?
You would have had to crunch some numbers.
Bloody hell. Have I been a nervous, tapping away keyboard pirate?
I can only imagine it.
Bloody hell.
What did your seamen do all week?
They were cleaning up, right? The seamen were big. Well, actually, the seamen play on, Calvin. Look, before we go into this, I'm going to talk about the most common tweets I got this week. And if you want to do that, you can go at Calvin DT. Okay, I'll plug you boys too. At Roy DT and at Warndog DT. At Warnie DT. He's got enough already. Look, Tom Mitchell. Calvin, Tom Mitchell. He's averaging 121 in his last two this year. 70% game time. Goes back to Amy, where he had 144 on the Crows before the bye.
Beast.
Surely he has to be in the top three. Well, no. Look, I do top 10 this week because it's a special week.
It is.
He sits at number 9. And
Good-
the reason he
good
sits
on
at
you
number
for
9
putting him in
because
somewhere.
he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of people who will still gamble it. These are the teams that are sitting 30, 40,000 who really got nothing to lose. But they will gamble on a Tom Mitchell. And good on you for doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It'd be a fun little ride.
He still should be good. Like, Port
reckon.
aren't that good.
No.
You know, so he still should be good at the ground that he smashed up last time.
Oh, he'll rip up. Yeah.
Look, with him, of course, is Kieran Jack. The real Kieran Jack, not the fake one that you tried him here.
Yeah.
Kieran Jack, 107 average this year.
Yeah.
He had 130 the time when Tom Mitchell had 144. Lowest score of 99 in his last 8 games. He sits at number 6.
If he played for a Melbourne-based club,
Oh my God, Brownlow.
Yeah.
it would be all over him.
He'd be pumped up huge.
He's just secretly doing that. He's in stealth mode, dominating.
So he does it. Kieran Jack sits at number 4.
At 4,
on
that's
the
impressive,
list. He
Jackie.
makes top 5.
He'd like that.
The one that I was most surprised with when I sat down and I started to tap on the keyboard was Steve Johnson.
Yeah.
Now he comes in at, what number did he come in at again, Dog?
We'll get those.
Anyway, he was outside the top 5. Last year he only had 81 on Brisbane.
Yes, that's not good enough.
His
Right.
highest score in the last 3.
Versus him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So his form against Brisbane is really poor. Never gets tagged. So Andrew Rains, of course, goes to Selwood.
And
so,
does a job on him.
yeah.
historically.
So
Yeah.
I just don't like the fact that Stevie J knocked out a couple of weeks ago at the Gabba against a team he's only scored 81 in his last 3 against. Oh, that did not sell it for me.
You can't do it. You
So
can't do
I
it.
couldn't have him. So
And-
let's
Yeah,
let's
okay.
get into the nitty gritty.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get into where it counts. So chuck that top 10 up, Dog, because we need to let's look at number 1. Michael Barlow. Oh my God, has he not been killing it lately? He's averaged 127 in his last 3 games this year.
Yeah.
Right, his form is unbelievable. And when you add that to the fact that he plays at Patterson's, averaged 117 this year, 115 and 149 in his last 2 games there. Massive.
He's a workhorse.
He's an absolute beast. And let's not forget what the kid used to do.
Yeah.
Right, he was a freak. He was your Tom Mitchell, you young little pups out there who are actually going, "Who Barlow? Who's this old fella?" Barlow was
Yeah,
your Tom
he
Mitchell,
certainly was.
but better.
Did
And
you
he was a
have to-
fair bit older than Tom Mitchell.
Yeah, he was, Dog. Yeah.
Did you have to do? You would have had to do a new Photoshop.
We're not
at
a
him in
new
there.
Photoshop, right? I know you're not totally familiar with the Photoshop routine. It was more of a Reese size, Dog. It's pretty stock standard.
It's a little bit annoying, actually.
Oh no!
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, can of worms.
Because if you look at
I
that
knew he
picture
would
now,
like it.
Oh,
your head goes on the screen.
oh, what have you?
So maybe that's a good thing.
Well, people have
I
asked
don't
for
know.
it. People have asked for
Have
it.
you done that on purpose? I kind of like it.
I know you do, Roy. Look,
You
the
sneaky
only thing I don't
little
like about
pirate.
Barlow is he's had 85 and 88 in his last 2 against the Kangaroos.
Oh.
But that was back when he was a rookie.
Oh, he's as bad as Steve Johnson.
Not as bad.
Oh,
So you can't take that into too much consideration. And let's not forget, here's another one for you, and this will seal the deal. Last time a team played the Kangaroos was the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It was in the wet at Metricon.
yes.
Gary Ablett had 119. 6 other guys cracked the ton.
Oh wow.
So 7 guys cracked a ton against the Kangaroos that day, and they won. So I'm expecting Freo to win. Yeah?
Yeah,
Everyone happy with that?
definitely, yeah.
And Barlow will definitely feature in the top 6, top 5
Oh,
scorers.
God, it's safe as a church.
Saves the church, 120. However, I have had some tweets of 10 to 20 mil of rain
Oh, God,
falling.
Get off him.
Yep, but another guy wrote to me, Galvin, don't stress, put your pirate back on, put
Yeah.
the patch on your eye. He said, last time Barlow played in the wet was
Yeah.
against Adelaide, 118.
Oh,
Rest
God,
easy,
you
he
take
said.
that.
Yep,
Rest
definitely
easy.
take that.
So at the end of the day, I've got you covered. Go to the
Yeah.
website, check it out. It's a top 10.
Good
Dog
work,
flush it up.
Pirate.
Oh, mate, look at that.
I'm
It's,
confident now.
you should have seen me.
I've checked the stats.
Oh, you have?
The most read article on DT Talk.
Go Rory!
He's back!
He said he was going to do it, and he did it.
I knew I could do it! I knew I could do it! So this week you would say, I was a pig.
You were a
Very-
fat pig.
Most red. Didn't think I'd never do it.
He's back.
Sucked in, Jeppa Juniors. Woo! No, I love Jep Juniors.
On the Twitter sphere, that's our Twitter addresses as you got to hear before. Make sure you tweet in hashtag DT Talk Live to us, and we'll have a look at some of the best, and we'll answer some questions. All right, let's have a look here. Who should I trade in for Evans? Should it be Joel Selwood or Josh Kennedy from Kylie?
Josh Kennedy's in form. He got that goal the other night.
How many DT points would have that been?
No,
Or Supercoach points would have that
Jesus
been worth?
Christ,
Through the
that
roof.
would have been
Through
like
the
3 million points.
Yeah.
No. Joel Selwood.
Yeah,
Just,
well,
yeah.
Value.
purely on value alone, I think Joel Selwood, he was top 4 in my recommended trade-ins this week.
Right.
You need to be aware, though, don't expect anything too huge this week. His history versus Brisbane, due to that Reigns tag, is quite disappointing. So, value, tick, get him in. Just be prepared for maybe an 80 or 90
So
this
to
week.
average, what, 105 for the rest of the year?
102.
Done.
Yeah, get him in. Good
Take
purchase.
that, take
yeah.
that. All right, next question here comes from S-Man Sports. Is Joe Danaher worthy forward 6 or just bench cover?
Bench.
Bench.
Bench, of course. With all these
Definitely.
trades, we need to do that. All right, Haz wants to know, hey guys, who is the best upgrade option for McCaffer? And do I get rid of Mark Hutchings this week? That's the one with the G, Calvin. Not
Oh,
your
I got excited.
this week or next. Okay, so best upgrade option for McCaffer. Who would you be looking at getting into the forward line? Who are the best options there, V8?
Well, if you don't have Bartel or Stevie, they're a dead set must.
I got Dusty after them.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And especially this week, he plays the Bulldogs. He had 144 on
He's
him last
super
time.
attractive this week.
So very attractive this week.
Yeah. What
yeah,
about-
they're probably the main ones. In the past, you'd say Buddy Franklin, but
Yeah, he's
Cool.
He is
been
value,
wonderful.
though, if you
he,
do
yeah,
want-
he is value.
Just
stab
save some
yourself
money.
in the eye
Did
with
anyone
a fork.
else? Did you guys happen to see Dustin Martin in quarter 1 on the weekend?
Oh, yes.
No?
He
I got a
has.
little bit excited.
He has LeBron beast mode about him. Where
It's a big call.
yeah,
Troy.
but LeBron can do it for 4 quarters. Dusty at the moment can only do it for 1. You
Okay,
should have seen
which
him.
is pretty
he was
good.
How many
unstoppable.
points did he have in that quarter?
50 something.
Holy hat, really?
Yeah, it was bloody
It
amazing.
was a machine. Yeah, so he was good. All right, this one comes from Matt. Hrovat or Hunter? What do you reckon?
That's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah,
That.
the VAT. You got to go in, even if it is just for those couple of weeks. You might get Hunter in 2 weeks' time, but you might get 80 grand out of that trade.
Yeah.
That extra
Yeah,
2 weeks.
get the
is worth
VAT.
that there. All right. Camille would like to know. Kurt Tippett, straight swap for McCaffer, or is that too risky? Tippett's next 4 games are Port, Carlton, Melbourne, and GWS.
Still way too risky, I think. I wouldn't be touching him. And the reason I left Rewalt out of my top 4 this week is because key position players against Melbourne haven't been kicking bags.
No.
Like Buddy had a 60. Okay, Cloak had a 110, but didn't look great.
Yeah.
And then your Jack Rewalt had like a 70. So if you're relying on him to kick big bags, Melbourne actually have a couple of decent key defenders in the back there.
You know,
Yeah.
people are saying, there's no Frawley, Calvin.
I know they're saying that.
Yeah. And what do you say to them? Because I can hear them.
How loud are they saying it?
Yeah, loud.
'Cause I haven't heard it.
Oh, it must be the neighbour or something. I don't
I'm
know.
saying, read the top 10. I've
Oh,
left him
okay.
out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't have him in
Fair
it.
call, fair call.
He's having 140.
Well, do you know what?
No,
He's
he
going to
won't.
be good, I reckon.
No, he won't be.
No.
No, he won't. He won't get 100.
Okay.
Nick Rewalt will not get 100 against Melbourne.
Yep.
Plenty of people have said this to us.
Go on,
Do
I'm
you
getting
reckon that
tweets this
Bartel
week.
will be a late withdrawal?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Old mate Hazelnut wants to know, do you think that Pittard will be vested or will he play the full game? Obviously, been carrying this whole time. Unlucky, mate.
I'm going to say play.
He'll play.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be
I don't
vested.
think he's a vest type person.
No. Now, the thing is, he's coming off a long break.
Yes.
However, they want him straight back in there.
Look-
And if players like Jake Need
Yeah.
are avoiding a vest,
Yeah.
how does he avoid he avoids the vest as well as he avoids the football, and it's very well.
Touche.
He's hopeless.
Well done.
Excellent. All right. This next question comes in from Brad Johnson, care of the Supercoach Show.
Is he
Cole-
trying to act funny? Or-
Cull or keep?
All right, yeah, good
Okay.
question. Yeah, sounds good.
Good question, I think.
Yeah.
Brandon Ellis, would you get rid of him or would you keep him? Roy.
Oh no! Stop! Stop! Is this is not legit? Because
We didn't get it on the Twitter, however.
Did
it
he
was
say
on
that?
The Supercoach Show tonight.
Oh my God!
What?
Someone stab him in the heart with a skewer.
Why? Why would anyone even consider trading Brandon Ellis, who is in a rare form? He's playing.
His
What?
break
Roy, it
even
makes
seems
me
very
feel
low to
sick.
still make your money.
So-
in a buy round when you're obviously short of players.
You actually should be getting him in. In Dream Team, he's got a break even
Supercoach
still
is
of
doing the
24.
same. He's-
Yeah, exactly. If his Dream Team numbers are 128, 155 and 112, I'm thinking his Supercoach
The only trade
aren't
that
much
should be
worse.
happened here, the only trade that should happen right here is Brad Johnson out of the Supercoach Show.
So,
Us in.
unanimous,
All right.
no culling there.
This one
Stupid.
then
Pete,
follows
or
up.
get him in.
This one follows up beautifully here. Aaron wants to know, he's looking at upgrading Turlick this week, which I think a few people might be. Who do you think I should go out of Ibbotson or Ellis?
It's an amazingly tough call.
Nah, stop. Hammer time.
Yep.
Backtrack. This week, I've got a confession to make.
Oh, God.
After a long relationship with Hutchins, he's my boy. You know.
Don't you...
No,
You
don't.
can't trade out your heart and soul.
Don't, Roy. I'm in the same dilemma. He's gone.
Really. Which one are you leaning towards?
Whichever one you say.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I'm Ellis. Now, Ellis, he plays on a wing. He's the last one to get tagged in that midfield group. Break even of negative 24, and I just read out his last three scores. They're humongous. Garrick Ibbotson, he's averaging 107 in his last three and absolutely smashes it at Patterson. Listen to these numbers at Patterson's. 103, 136, 130, 121, and he plays 3 out of his next 4 there. Trying to pick between these two is ridiculous. They're about the same price. I am just going with Ellis because he is never responsible for anyone. He's always on the ball off the
Ibbotson,
wing.
you're dead right. Ibbotson, because he was in Calvin's calculations.
Yeah.
And the reason was because out of the
Calvin's
players...
calculations?
Yeah. Calvin's calculations as far as captain's requirements.
I thought it was a new article.
No. It's a part of. It's like a sub...
Oh, yeah.
Out of all the guys playing this week, Ibbotson has the 9th highest average for the season.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
so he
amazing.
was definitely in the list.
Yeah.
You're dead right. He had 121 last week. This year at Patterson's averaging 123.
Amazing.
When he doesn't play at Patterson's, 77.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I was like, as you said, he plays a massive amount of games at Patterson's in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Do I jump on Ibbotson, or am I going with the guy who's been pumping out great numbers with a high ceiling
Yeah.
of Ellis? And you're saying Ellis.
Yeah, I am. I broke it down a little bit further today and had a look at Ibbotson, who he's actually played at Patterson's.
Yep.
He has played some very easy teams at Patterson's.
Ah.
Yes, I know. So my excitement level went down
Dropped
slightly.
a bit.
Then
Yeah.
I thought about their draw the rest of the year. They mainly play
Well,
easy teams
they
the rest
do
of the
try.
year. Yeah,
Yep.
so I think after summarising that, I'm sticking with Ellis.
Okay.
Consistency, high ceiling, slightly better price, better
So,
role.
for me, my boy is going
To my boy,
to your boy.
Ellis. Yeah, get him.
Good call. All right.
Thanks.
That's us for this week. Thanks for watching. It had, round 13, the last of these buy rounds. We'll get through them. We'll get over them. And then we're back to normal next week, which will be great. 22 players again, which will be good.
So you'll field a full squad this week?
Yeah, well, I'm at 22 players. 22.
What?
20 players currently.
Psychological games, are we?
Well,
What are you
actually, I'm not
looking at?
playing you.
I'll have 18 guys on the park this week, providing that Thurlow and Bart rock up, which they should.
And Hunter.
Oh, Jesus,
What?
Troy.
Oh,
How many have you got?
What about you?
How many have you
Destroy?
got?
Yeah, I've got
10.
no, I've got 19, but that's counting Need as a player.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, that's a bad thing. My 20, I've got some
Stakes would be in
rap
there,
in
wouldn't
there,
it?
Staker. God.
So next week I get to oink the pig. Yeah?
Next week we get to on the pig.
We're
And
back next week. We're
Speaking
back.
of next
We've
week,
pushed through this
gentlemen,
rubbish.
we aren't going to be sitting where we are right now.
Is that next week?
That
is
is
it? Oh, I
next
just
week.
got excited.
So-
We
Right.
are, throw the pen. We are having our first ever real live show. Not that
Yep.
this isn't live,
It's live.
but we're having a live show next week down at the Star Bar in Launceston.
Yep.
There is a Thursday night game on that week. That's kind of why we're doing it, because it's the Bombers and the Eagles that
Is
night.
there a loop-de-doop hole, Doc?
There will be a loop-de-doop,
Woo!
so must tune in tune in live so you can see that with Calvin, or come on down. So you can come on down to the Star Bar and have a look at us if you're.
For
in
every
Launceston.
person that turns up, Warnie's buying them a beer.
Wow, you're so
He
generous.
said
I'd
that.
like to.
He
I'd
said-
like a beer bought for me. Yeah. So come on down to that. That will be hopefully a lot of fun.
It'll be
We're,
great.
Be great
we're
fun.
quite excited about it. And then in 3 weeks' time from today,
Yep.
if you're in Perth, our second ever real life live show.
That's nerve-wracking. I'm a little nervous about that.
That is because there's apparently going to be at least 20 people there. That's
Oh, no.
pretty exciting.
And
So
that's new meat. That's meat we haven't met before.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to
T
take...
Better will be there. We've met him.
Oh,
Oh, to better.
Bet.
I'm going to take the pig.
Take the pig.
got to
Excellent.
take the pig.
All right.
If he gets through customs, could be an issue.
Bacon.
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.